Welcome back at 9:13. We want to follow up on a story we've been covering all week long. This has got a lot of us talking here. T-Mobile and the allegations the company's been cramming your bill with unapproved charges. The FTC says the company is making millions by slapping bogus charges on customers' bills. It wasn't much, just about $10 for text subscriptions, and the FTC says T-Mobile got up to 40% of the proceeds despite customer complaints. T-Mobile calls the charges unfounded. For more on that, let's turn to our panel of lawyers. Martha Weed joining us this morning. And let's start with good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hey, let's start with what is cramming? The FTC is calling it cramming. What is that?
Cramming is where the cell phone company is adding charges to your bill as a consumer, and you may or may not have agreed to it. This makes it really important to read those contracts like we all do, you know, when you're going to buy the service.
Yeah.
And but more importantly, it's really important for you to look at your bill because the phone company has made an arrangement with private companies where the private company can add a charge to your bill, and it'll be buried down there in some type of gobbledygook language that only the company and an attorney would understand.
And so when you're going through your bill, like you mentioned, what do we need to look for? And especially with the cell phones, and I've been guilty of it too, you have to be very careful what you sign up for, right?
Absolutely. You do have to watch out for anything that says like premium service or special service or extra service, something like that. Really read that carefully. Even if you read it, though, the important thing is to look at your monthly statements, and if they look like they're too high, they're not what you understood you agreed to, then for heaven's sakes, do something about it and do it quickly. Don't sit around on it. It's important for you to look at those bills.
And it's important to, if you question something, to call them up, to get answers about this.
Absolutely. It is important. Most people don't look at their bills. It's really important to not have auto pay. Companies love that because they know they're going to get paid.
Yeah.
But as a consumer, how likely is it that you're really going to be looking at the bill if it's an auto pay? I mean, as between eating chocolate cake and watching a show on Fox 13 versus looking at your phone bill, what is it that you want to do?
Absolutely. Good point there. And nice plug, by the way. Thank you. Let's talk about T-Mobile specifically. What can happen to them?
Well, first of all, they're getting a lot of bad press, and that's not good for them. Second of all, they will probably have to pay this back. And that means they're going to have to hire a lot of staff and sort out a lot of these bills. We're talking about charges that are like $10, $20, $30 at a time. But when you add all that up with all of their customers or all the customers that have been sucked into this, that adds up to a lot of money for T-Mobile that they're going to have to reimburse, and they're going to have to sort it out. The worst thing is probably going to be the FTC breathing down their neck.
And Martha, my last question before we let you go. This is good in the sense that it keeps other cell phone companies honest, right? If the heat's coming down on T-Mobile, then Verizon, some of these other cell phone companies say, maybe we don't want to get involved in that.
Absolutely, and that's one of the reasons why the FTC is hitting this so hard. It's a learning experience for everybody else. It's a demonstration that if you do this thing, which is wrong, we, as the FTC, are going to come down on you, and you are not going to be permitted to do this. It's sort of like the credit card companies, where you sign up for something that you don't know you're signing up for. But if you look at your credit card statement, you see it. If you don't look at your credit card statement, you're not going to see it, and you're going to be losing money. I've got this one case that I just finished, and the fellow on the other side had a service that he was being charged for. He didn't even know he had it, and he didn't have this service once. He had it twice, and it cost him $50 a month.
Wow.
Now, what can you do with $50 a month?
You can do a lot.
Yeah, I could.
We're talking about high gas prices. They can go to your gas tank, that's for sure.
Yeah, I just got a new car, and it uses premium.
Oh,
it
Lord.
hurts.
Hey, Martha Weed, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye.
All right.
You know, I know we've been doing a lot of talking about Arthur, and you know, Dave has to address that too. But, you know, we have the 4th of July coming up tomorrow. A lot of people outside.